Ready. Play.
Jan, we will pair the Porto Open Challengers in Division 5. August, congrats. What a week for you. What a final as well. How are you feeling now that you are the champion?
I honestly almost can't believe it. It feels so strange to be in a tournament with this many high-ranked and good players that I've looked up to and seen in many other tournaments. When I played the qualifying, couldn't get past, and they were winning the tournaments. And now I'm playing at the same level. And obviously, a few points here and there, I get it on my side and end up winning. It's pretty wild. But I'm really happy that I've been sticking to my identity as a tennis player. I keep believing in what I do, and I think that's been the key to getting me the important points and the big moments.
I mean, it was straight sets today, but you still took the scenic route. You made it hard for yourself. I mean, when you got broken serving for the first set, my immediate thought was, well, you've happened a few times this week and maybe more stressful moments as well. Did that experience this week help you as well in that moment?
I don't know. Maybe I had flashbacks to yesterday when I couldn't hold serve.
Yeah.
Today I was like, ugh. That's 3 out of 4 serving for the sets that I couldn't get. Especially because I've been playing so well the whole match until that game. It's like, I didn't say that. I was like, so hard to hold serve when I serve for the set. But I kept my cool, and I've been really, really good in tie breaks these past few weeks. So I was always very confident in what I was doing, and then just hope for the best.
Again, you were down in the second set tiebreak as well, weren't you? And again, your tiebreak experience this week probably helped out.
Yeah, for sure. I for some reason my best tennis has been coming out in the tiebreaks this week, which has been very helpful because I don't think I've been making a lot of forehand returns in the entire second set until the end, and he'd been targeting my forehand more and more throughout the match. At least that's what I felt like. Okay. And then all of a sudden I started making 3 or 4 pretty high quality forehand returns in the tiebreak, to get me into that neutral rally where I could kind of create from my forehand. So I guess that's tennis sometimes.
125 points. I mean, I'm sure you haven't really properly looked at where it puts you yet, but just in general, I mean, you missed the US Open qualifying by about 20-30 spots. I mean, for the future, this sort of points, this is massive, right? It's
crazy massive. I think, I'm gonna get into most challenger main draws now. I think if not all of them, which is huge in terms of points and opportunities and such. I don't know. I was afraid to look where I would end up on the ranking if I won today. I know I just snuck into the top 200 from my win yesterday, and besides that, I was so scared to look.
Can you talk a little bit about the atmosphere, because I thought it was fantastic. No Portuguese players in the final. It was pretty full, even though it was hot as hell. How was it for you to play in front of such a nice crowd?
It was incredible. Both yesterday and today, I feel like the whole crowd is on my side.
Yeah.
And they're yelling, "Let's go, Holmgren!
Yeah.
Let's go!"
Yeah.
It's crazy. And then I think I might have lost them a little bit after I complained in the second set. I got booed, and then they started cheering, "Let's go, Moro! Let's go!" It was funny to notice the kind of the momentum change and where the crowd support was. But I honestly. I like it more when the crowd is on my side, but I like it more if they're on the opponent's side rather than just being totally silent. Mm-hmm. If I can feel the energy around the court, then I enjoy the match. I'm like, okay, this is pretty cool. This is a pretty cool experience, pretty cool moment. And that's some of the things that I really enjoy about tennis. It's those big moments, and then we see what happens.
And I don't know if you've seen it, but Alex Deminora, the young fan in Paris, rooting for him for 2 or 3 matches. And yesterday you had a young boy over there screaming for you, following you when you changed sides. How was it for you? How did that
I love it. My strategy is actually I find someone in the crowd who roots for me, and usually it's someone who cheers a little bit louder than the others, and then I just keep that eye contact with that person or those people throughout the match, and then we kind of have this like, let's go. So we're a team, and I've been doing that at most tournaments actually. I had an awesome group of guys in Porto as well, 3 guys that would just follow me to every match and change sides with me. So I really enjoy it when I can kind of connect with the fans that way, so I don't feel as alone on the court. It's kind of like that extra, let's get this point, this point.
And it does help a little bit,
It
right?
helps a lot. It helps so much.
Yeah. We sometimes with our videos, I say Daniel and I, when we post these videos, we get comments saying, "Oh, we're going to look out for Holmgren for the next tournament," and I think it does, especially when you're tired, maybe in particular matches, right?
Yeah, I could certainly feel in a lot of matches this week my energy level just going down a little bit, and it was the same in the second set today, and maybe at some moments in the first set where I could feel like, I'm letting him get away with too many easy holds and not really locking in. And then that's when I can really use the crowd and be like, okay, let's get this point, so that I get my own intensity level up to where it needs to be. And it's better that it's a little bit higher, a little bit too high rather than a little bit too low. So having the crowd there is good for that.
And from what you said, it seems like it's not only here that they were kind of on your side. So what do you think kind of brings these people to you? Is it the game? Is it the personality?
I think it's because I'm nice to the ball kids.
Okay.
I try and be very respectful to the ball kids and also the umpires. Sometimes I don't succeed in that. I get upset with the umpires, but I try and apologize if I go over the line. And I know that at other tournaments the ball kids really appreciate that I talk polite to them respectfully and be like, thank you, okay, no worries if you didn't see me asking for a ball before, because at the end of the day they're volunteering, so it's also about giving them a good time. Because if we don't have the volunteers at the tennis tournament, then we can't put it together. So my college coach had this one rule where he said, whatever you do, don't be an asshole. and it kind of goes a long way in life, I think.
Yeah, and speaking about college, the other day you said you felt you weren't ready to go pro, so you decided to go college. Now that all of this is happening, can you go a little bit more deep into that? Why do you feel that? How do you think?
Well, it was only based on results. So I think because college level is so high, if you're not at least winning futures tournaments by the time you're 18 or 17, then there's no reason not to go to college. I mean, unless some federations have great setups where you have everything paid for, you have coaches, you have travel, physio, whatever. But for a lot of players, they don't have that. But if you go to college, everything is there at the school. You have nutritionists, psychologists, sports physiotherapists, weight trainers, good coaches if you go to the right place, and you get a really good friends. Again, if you're at the right place, and it's a good environment to get better as a tennis player, grow as a person, and also get an education I said already, but grow as a person. And so I really think there's no reason to not go to college if you're not, I don't know, I'm just gonna throw out a number, ranked top 500 in the world when you're 18. And I wasn't near that level when I was 18. Because you can always drop out after 1 or 2 years if you want to, if you become really, really good.
You said the other day you studied theater?
Yeah, I studied theater.
So it sounds like a nice script to win a 25, then a 50, now 125 in a month.
Yeah.
It's a good script.
That's a good script.
I don't know if you realize it, 200 points in 1 month. It's incredible. 280 points.
Holy cow. Yeah, that's double the amount of points I had. So I guess I'm halfway to top 100 now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got involved. How was the? Oh, go ahead.
You said this morning I heard you on court at the end of the match say you saw Alejandro here. Like you got him at 45, thinking him pretty early, and Alejandro. I know you touched on court, but did you think, oh, okay, this is going to be even tougher today because he's obviously pretty determined?
Yeah, I have so much respect for Alejandro and the way he approaches his work. You always see him in the gym doing a good warm up, good cool down, working very disciplined and with a lot of purpose on the court. So I knew this was going to be a tough battle. He never gives up. So this morning thinking I had a little bit of an edge because I was warming up a little bit earlier and think, okay, it's always a little bit of, it gives a little bit of locker room power, a little bit of momentum to get there first and be the first on court. And so the other guy walks in and see you already sweating. And then this morning he got that. that wasn't too good.
Can I ask what the difference was between obviously your match earlier this year, very different conditions, but that was a straight sets win for him, wasn't it? Whereas today was the other way around.
I think I've gotten better at managing the big moments. Last year I got very stressed from his constant quality and shot making. So I can get more and more and more until at the end you just can't do it anymore. That's kind of my goal when I construct the points. And I'm working on trying to be better and better at staying in those rallies. Earlier this year, I couldn't do that as well as I can now. I think that's a big difference.
Now, biggest title of your career, one of the happiest days of your life, I would say. How do you celebrate?
I'm gonna go to the airport and have a really bad flight, land in Copenhagen at 2 a.m.
Oh.
Yeah, it's gonna be a tough one.
But do you have the week off? I mean,
yeah, I go back and I think I'll take 2 days off back home.
So there's one big party coming.
Yeah, my girlfriend is arriving in Copenhagen tomorrow, so it's gonna be really nice to see her again. I haven't seen her in a couple months now, so it's really nice. Yeah, I look forward to it.
Damien, Jakob Bobro Player of the Week, maybe.
Sure.
We have just a side thing on on our channel. A young colleague of ours, unfortunately, he passed away a year ago. Yeah, but he loved. I mean, Damien knew him better than I did. I met him once, but every week we honour him by giving an honour to a player a little bit lower down the rankings. Hope you don't mind me saying that. And we call it the Jakob Bobro Player of the Week. And I think Damien and I can very much agree.
Yeah,
this week.
This
week, the biggest day of your career, of course. Well, I think so, right? So you are this week talking tennis's Jakob Bobro Player of the Week.
Thank you very much. Jakob Bobro, you said?
Yeah, Jakob Bobro. He was a Czech guy.
Okay,
Slovak, sorry, yeah. Don't make that mistake. But yeah, Slovak guy. And every week we honour a player. I think it's why we honour you this week.
Thank you very much.
Pleasure.
I'm sorry for
No problem, thank you.
Congrats always for parabéns, like we say in Portuguese.
Thank you very much.
If you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe and click that notification bell so you don't miss out on all things tennis.